Now we are ready to put our upper grip on our snares. We find the right position because we have some holes drilled in here as well. So, which is our right position? I put my elbow into the center of the lower grip. I place my arm on the snares, and I personally like the closest hole to my finger to be my upper grip hole where I'm gonna put my upper grill. And I do it the same way. I lean the snares away from me, I unscrew the nut. Under the nut I always use washers, so my wood is protected from the screw, from the nut when I screw it on. Now we have a correctly set up size. Note that the grips on this model always show in the opposite direction of the blade. Now we are ready to set our angles for the blade, and this angle is called the lay of the blade, and this we call the angle of the blade. If these two angles are not correct, you cannot mow. To find our correct lay of the blade, we go in a mow position, close our eyes, and then we look downwards, and then we look how high is the edge in the center from the ground. And what I'm looking for today is I want to have about 10 to 15 mil for the vegetation I will mow today. If I would mow a lawn, I could go down to 3 to 5 mil. But today we have higher grass, we're gonna make hay, so I want to have it set at 10 mil. So that would be an angle that's too low. This is an angle that's too high. And that's what I'm aiming for today, 5 mil. And in my mow position, you see, it's a little lower than I want it to be. So now I will use a wedge to correct it, to bring it up. Here's my wedge. I need my Allen key. And I'm gonna put the wedge between the size and the blade. And for doing that, I have to unscrew again my two screws here, and then I can slide the wedge between these two things, and then this will correct my angle and it will bring it up. The wedge is now in between my blade, the tang, and the snares, and I will tighten my screws again, but again only as much and so tight that I still can move my blade, but it doesn't move by itself. Now I check the lay of the blade again. Oh, now I love it. Ooh, I can't wait to go mow. Before we can go mowing, we have to set the last angle of our blade. So I put my upper grip on my ankle. I grab my lower grip with my right hand, and you see this red plastic protector is pointing towards my beard. And now I lift the blade from the ground so the edge doesn't slide on this gravel, and I draw it to the right. And then for this 75mm blade, the point should be 30 to 40 mil lower, and I show you that again. You will see I don't have this 30 mil. I want to have it about, well, I would say 10 mil more inwards. For a shorter blade, like a 65, this would be the correct setting already. For a longer blade, like a 85 or even a 95, I would have to bring it in 60 mil. So now I'm aiming for 40 mil, and I grab my blade. That's why we had it loose, so I can bring it more inwards. And now we have the angle that I'm aiming for. I lift my scythe, and now I tighten the screws really hard with my Allen key. Now I really tightened my screws hard, and I want to check my angle again, because sometimes the blade shifts while doing that. So I go it again, to the right. Yeah, perfect setup. Yeah, really tight. And the next thing we're going to put on is our counterweight. Now we'll put my counterweight at the snares, and I like to have it as far up as possible. I take the screw off and I bring the screw from the upper side of my snares through the highest hole, and I put the weight on, and I take my nut and screw it on, and then I tighten it with a 10mm spanner. Before we go to our meadow to mow, I would like to give you 2 safety advices. The first one is how we store our blade. And we can simply lay it on the ground, grips up, so the edge shows towards the ground, and it's quite a safe place to have it. When I step on it, nothing much happens. Another way of storing it is I can hang it in a tree, or like here against the fence, and that's really safe too. If children are around, I can put it very high in a tree so they can't reach it. The second safety advice is when you carry a blade, you always have it on your right hand side, so the grips are behind of you and you don't hook anything. Okay.